Jai Hind students, welcome to physics class of grade 12. I hope all of you would be fine at your home. Today we will discuss electrostatics of a conductor. It means what is the role played by electrostatics in understanding a behavior of a conductor. The first point in this case is the total electric field inside a conductor is zero. The total electric field inside a conductor is zero. What does it means? It simply means that if we are having a conductor, electric field is zero even if you place this conductor in an external electric field. Electric field will be always zero and there will not be any electric field line inside the conductor because electric field is zero. Whether conductor is charged, whether conductor is placed in an external electric field will be zero. But if I take the case of an insulator, if this is an insulator, if I place this insulator in an electric field, what happens? Electric field will not be zero. There will be electric field lines inside the insulator. Why? There is a huge difference between these two, conductors and insulator. Let's check it out. Why this happen in case of a conductor E is 0 and why E is not equal to 0 in case of an insulator. Let's discuss this. Now let us say this is a conductor and I have placed this conductor in an electric field. In an electric field I have placed positive, negative. Direction of this external electric field, it is from positive to negative. This is the direction of the external electric field. Now here negative polarity, it repels the electrons at this end. So what will happen? Electrons, they will be repelled and this positive polarity will attract. So electrons, they will be accumulated here. They start drifting from this end to this end. And here there will be deficiency of electrons and there is induction of positive charge there. Now, when electrons started to drift from this end to this end, negative charge here, positive charge here, what will happen? There will be production of induced electric field from positive to there. More is the electrons accumulated there, more will be the value of the induced electric field. Remember, external electric field and induced electric fields both are having the opposite directions, right? Because external electric field is in this direction and internal or induced electric field, it is in this direction. Now the shifting of electrons from this end to this end continues till magnitude of induced electric field becomes equals to external electric field. When this happens, then net electric field, which is the sum of induced electric field plus external electric field, it will be zero because both the electric fields are equal and opposite. So I can say total electric field inside a conductor is 0. Why this does not happen in case of an insulator? Answer is very simple. In case of insulators, there are no free electrons. So shifting of charge is not allowed as in case of this. So this is the reason that in this case net electric field is not zero. But this electric field, it is reduced, but it is not zero as in this case, right? Second point is, what about the direction of electric field at the surface of a conductor? The electric field at the surface of conductor is always normal to it. That is, electric field at the surface of conductor is always normal to it. Now, let me explain this. Let us say this is a surface of a conductor. The direction of electric field, it is always normal to this. Because if it is normal, then in that case I know that the tangential component of electric field, it will be zero. If electric field is not normal to the surface, let us say electric field is like this. Let me make some angle. Let us say electric field is like this. Then what you can say? Then you will say that if this angle is theta, the component of electric field, the tangential component of the electric field is not zero, and which will contradict to our first point that electric field inside a conductor is zero. And second point is that you know that the surface of a conductor is an equipotential surface, and work done in bringing the charge from A to B, it will be zero because it is an equipotential surface. So what is the direction between E and dl? Since here work done is zero, it means E dot dl is zero. What does it mean? E is perpendicular to dl. So we can also say that electric field, it is always normal to the surface of a conductor. Third point is, the net electric charge inside a conductor is zero. Third point is, the net electric charge inside a conductor is zero. And if there is an excess of charge, it will come to its surface. What does it mean? If I am having this conductor, what says, in the interior of the conductor total charge is zero. In the interior of the conductor, the total charge is zero. Why it is zero? Now I can prove this. let us consider a Gaussian surface. This dotted one is the say Gaussian surface, right? I know that electric field inside this Gaussian surface is 0, and I know that E dot ds equals to q by epsilon naught, and if E is 0, what does it mean? Q is also 0. So what does it mean? The net charge inside a conductor is 0. Whether the conductor is charged or uncharged, the charge it will always lies on its outer surface. There will not be any net charge inside the surface. If some charge is given, it will be transferred to its outer surface. Fourth point is the electric potential. The electric potential is constant in the conductor. Within the conductor, electric potential is constant. Why electric potential is constant within the conductor? Whether conductor is charged or uncharged. Let us say again this is the conductor, right? I know that inside the conductor electric field is 0. Electric field is 0, but electric field it is equal to negative of potential gradient. So what does it mean? 0 equals to minus dV by dr. What does it mean? It means minus dV 0 V constant. So it means potential is constant. If I say here potential is 10 volt, here it will be 10 volt and here it will be 10 volt. Everywhere it will be 10 volt. So electric potential is constant inside the conductor. Next point is electric field at the surface of a conductor. Fifth point is electric field at the surface of a conductor is directly proportional to the surface charge density. What can I say? E it equals to sigma by epsilon naught. Why this happens? Let me prove this. Let us say this is a conductor, this is a conductor, charged conductor. Because it is uncharged, definitely electric field is 0. Let us say this is a charged conductor. Now I want to calculate the electric field there at this point. To calculate the electric field at this point, I have to consider a very small surface area ds. Let us say this is the area ds. All of you know that direction of ds it will be there. If you place a test charge here, again that test charge will be repelled. So direction of electric field it is also in the same direction as that of ds. Now that I have explained you, now my target is to calculate the electric field there. To calculate the electric field, let me consider a Gaussian surface. This Gaussian surface, it will be a cylinder. A part of its cylinder will be outside and the other part it will be inside the conductor. Right? This is inside the conductor. Now for outside the conductor, direction of ds is this and direction of E is also in the same direction, right? So what we can say, E is parallel to ds. Remember, inside this electric field is zero because net electric field inside a conductor is zero. E is parallel to ds, so I can say E dot ds it equals to EDS because theta is 0, so EDS goes 0, it means EDS. And what does the Gauss law says? Using Gauss law, electric flux equals to Q by epsilon naught. If I say what is the electric flux? Surface is closed. It is E dot ds. It is Q by epsilon naught. What is the Q? Q is the charge enclosed by this surface, Gaussian surface. So this is E dot ds is EDS simply, and this is what is the charge? It equals to, I know that sigma equals to charge upon area. If charge is Q and area is S, surface area is S, then what will be charge? Charge will be sigma into surface area. So I can write sigma into surface area upon epsilon. E outside ds equals to sigma S over epsilon naught. Integration of ds is S, sigma S over epsilon naught. S is cancelled, so I got E equal to sigma by epsilon naught. So this is the electric field intensity at the surface of a conductor, and it equals to sigma by epsilon naught, and its direction will be upward normal. So in this way we can calculate. This expression is very important and it may be asked in your board examination. Thank you.